Welcome to Inventium Institute, where the hidden come to thrive. Episode 1. Werewolf's New Home. Welcome to Inventium Institute. State your name.
Oh, hi. The name's Abigail. Nice to meet you.
I see. And you are a werewolf by the looks of it. Note of the prominent tail wagging and overly friendly demeanour. I wonder if this is something that... Just checking my notes. All right, well, you're here for one reason or another. I trust you read the pamphlet, Miss Abigail.
Yep, sure did. Might have ripped it a smidge, though.
All right, Abigail, let's begin the tour.
Right, what's first?
Here we have the grand staircase, the centre of the Institute, so to speak. Some like to say this place is a school, but it is far from it. I don't teach, I house. Anyway, getting slightly off track here. This is the hub of the Institute. Take the stairs and they shall lead anywhere in the building. We do have signs just in case you get lost, however. If you have any questions, please ask, but do not interrupt me. I find it quite annoying. This is the library. Out of the dozens of shelves you can see, some, if not all, reach the ceiling. Don't worry if you need to grab a book from up there. I have ghosts who can grab you any you'd like. They're a quiet bunch. If you do borrow a book, return it to the librarian. She gets angry if you don't.
Why do they all look the same colour? Did they all die the same way? Is that how that works?
Ah, so you know a bit about the undead. Good. Yes, ghosts who die from drowning turn out to be blue in colour. Depending on the death, their ghost colour differs. I heard from one of them they captained a ship at some point. All right, so here are the common rooms. A space for others to hang out, regardless of race or origin. You'll most likely spend your time here, I'm sure. The kitchen isn't too far from here either, but you'll find it on your own.
Wow, it's lovely here. Oh, and these paintings, where did you get them? Is that a werewolf pack?
Yes, that is a werewolf pack, much like the one you come from. I adorn the halls of the Institute with paintings of all sorts of creatures. Where I acquired them was not important, however. Besides, we have to finish the tour. We still have the cathedral and garden to show you, and then your room. Right this way. This is the statement of Abigail. This statement was recorded on May 25th. Abigail is a werewolf who recently joined Inventium Institute, and her pronouns are she, her. Standing at roughly 6 feet tall, she has incredibly thick, long, dark, curly hair. Brown skin, covered in freckles, with eyes of true gold. Note of the scar across her nose and prominent canines. Now recording Abigail's story. Tell me from the beginning. Why did you decide to come here? What happened?
Sorry, is the tape recorder really necessary? I mean, I'm just a resident here. It's not like...
Yes, it is. I need to document everything to further my research. You remember the deal, don't you?
Right. Yes. Well, as said before, my name's Abigail. I was part of a pack. Growing up, there were always a lot of rules to follow. Don't be out on a full moon, don't eat certain types of food, they'll upset your stomach, and my papa's number one rule, never, ever interact with humans. I thought that was a stupid idea. One night, I decided would be the perfect opportunity to go out while everyone else slept. I mean, usually we'd all be out at night, but we spent the whole day up after an incident with some poachers. Anyway, I snuck out and went full wolf. I ran and ran around. Oh man, it's so much fun running and howling.
Would you please settle down? That thumping is getting quite annoying.
Sorry, I get excited talking about wolfing out. Will there be a place here that I can run around?
Abigail, stay focused. We can discuss that after you finish your statement.
Right. As I was saying, I wolfed out and went for a run. Exploring the forest as I usually do, feeling the wind in my fur and the grass beneath my paws as I ran. But soon I came across something odd. It was like a shrine, maybe? I wasn't really sure, but it smelt like old deer carcass, and there were bones scattered throughout the area, and a few human-made trinkets. Like necklaces made of bone and stuff. It was really weird. There was also a skull laying on a flat stone slab with gross black goo on it. It smelled really bad. Hard to imagine what kind of beast made that stuff. Anyway, before I knew it, the sun was coming up, so I had to scramble back to the pack, but when I got there, I found them all dead. Even my parents. There was nothing left. If it matters at all the bodies had the same black goo on them. The same from that altar. Kind of creepy, really. Then I realized I was alone. I had no one and nowhere to go. So eventually I decided to just start walking. I don't even know exactly how long I walked or where I was going, but the sun came up and I returned to my humanoid form.
I see. Condolences for your loss, Miss Abigail. It must have been hard for you. But you seemed so happy when you arrived here. No matter. I still need to know how you got here for the records, and you didn't even tell me anything about your pack. Though I suppose I already have enough information about werewolves from the last one.
What happened to the last one?
But we can continue that another time. That will conclude your statement. For now. I will also have my assistant Whisper introduce you to the others tomorrow. You may go.
Oh, okay. See, Why did you...
One other thing before you go. Here at Inventium you can do what you wish, but I do ask you to be in your room before midnight and lock your door. I cannot stress this enough. Lock your door. End statement. Final notes. Abigail will be an interesting addition to the Institute. Being as dog-like as she is, I will need to find out more about that goo and possibly the altar and her pack. Note to self, get Whisper to investigate that later. Truthfully, we haven't had a werewolf here for about a decade now. The last one didn't survive the first week. A shame they couldn't follow one simple rule.
Inventium Institute. Created, written, and edited by Jamie. Alex as Abigail. Jamma as Inventor. End credits voiced by Thomas Lirbert. Thank you so much for listening.